Hello, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hope we all are doing well, swell, enjoying your life thus far. I hope you are doing so good. For introductions, I am Latisse. I do readings on here and I offer them personally. You can book with me down below or the link in my bio as well. Either way works. Also, I do donation-led readings live on YouTube here, so it's best to just subscribe with the notification because I don't really have a set time frame for that. And then also, I answer questions, do reactions, talk, and just be me on Twitch. So you can check that out, and all the information is down below. Okay? With that being said and done, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let's get into this. So for this one, if anybody remembers, think you've been here some time. Shouts out to you. But if you don't know, now you can now remember, I would do questions. Pull that out. I would do questions from this book. That lets kind of introspection and things of that sort. So I decided to do 3 questions for 3 separate readings, of course, and just see what Spirit has. We're going to flip through the book, see what we land on, ask the question out loud. You get to think about it, whatever you think about, so forth. We do a reading for, but we're going to do a reading for the overall energy of the question. If that does not make sense, let me know, and I can probably further explain it. But with that being said and done, I'm going to go ahead and start with pile number 1. Okay? Starting at 147. All right, pile number 1. Let us see what question we have for you, my darling. Question you have. Pile number 1. Alrighty. The question that we landed on was 2019. And it says, how do you feel about the kind of work you're doing right now? I'm going to ask that again. How do you feel about the kind of work you are doing right now? And this can be career-wise. This can be the work that you put into relationships. But I am getting a lot of career vibes energy, I'm not going to lie. But you asked the question, so for that, because I'm also getting that as well. But let's go ahead and get into this. See what pile 1 is feeling about the kind of work that they are doing right now. Yeah, this definitely feels career-based, like purpose so much based, so not like, like your purpose as well, what you're doing with your life. Okay, let's see. Ooh, come on now. There we go. Alrighty, Spirit, what do you have for them in regards to the kind of work that they're doing? May or may not be affecting their life. Some final ones here. And if I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking down. It helps me channel to not really focus on one thing. And then final ones for pile 1, please, if there are any. Alrighty, let's go ahead and pull these out. Look here. Okay. So for some, like I said, it didn't feel like that strong of an energy, but for some, it is definitely involving a relationship. And then for others, it is involving work in that sense as well. Just finishing lining them up how they're supposed to go. Mm-mm. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and tackle. I guess we'll do this because it's giving me very different energies for you guys here in regards to the kind of work that you feel like you're doing in your life, whether that's your purpose, whether that's your career. So let's start here. This energy is pulling me here. So we have in, and I'm hearing Nancy, no, numbers, numerical, nuisance, notice, noticing, need, necessity. I think it's weird. I'm hearing nomad. I'm hearing novocaine. I'm hearing numb. Yeah, yeah. I'm hearing naughty. Naughty, not nice. Hilarious. So those are just some of the channel that I'm getting with that. And that in was paired up with it could be also Nicholas, Nikolai, Nicole, um, Nemia, Nevea, Norse mythology. Yeah. I can keep going. So we go. Okay. We have there's a leak in this old building and my soul has got to move, and that's by LaShawn Pace. And I feel like it's hilarious because under that is I love that I love that my new car has a new car smell. And so this is letting me know that it's not just with physical movement of the body or movement of that sense, it's movement of all energy around you. With your physical mindset, with your spiritual, things are shifting, things are moving. Now I'm seeing navigation. So I love that my new car spells cars are what? Mobile. People say I'm mobile now. I'm moving now. I can do, I can drive here, I can do this. And again, with this, my soul has to move. So it could be a move happening in your life, from residency, from time zone. It can be, I'm hearing changing churches. It could be, I'm trying to think of other ones that it could be, but it's a sense of not just moving things like with getting this so that way you're able to operate and do different things more, but it's again on a broader scale as well. So when one thing is being shifted and moved, so will another. Because we also got for the final card in this energy is I'm present here and listening. Please tell me. And so this is letting me know that this is spirit speaking, that you need to let them know exactly what you're looking for, what you're going after, because your soul has to move. Your soul feels like it's not um, operating in a sense that it wants to. So this definitely feels like your life's purpose. Yes, you may be getting a new car, or you could be if that's what you wanted. Not denying it, but it feels like an actual movement of your body, of your energy. It can be traveling. It can be things of that sort. So with that, I'm present here listening. Please tell me, let it be known. Let it be heard, because they know that your soul needs to move. Your purpose needs to be changed. It could be, I am going to put my heart out there. I'm going to go into a lot of places and festivals, met a lot of vendors. I am going to be a vendor this time. My soul has to move. It has to share this energy. Even when me like, you know what? Doing readings for people that I just know in my vicinity is not getting like these messages are just not for them, not like that, but it's not just for them or even just for me before I was sharing it. It's like, let me get that out there. And no matter who it reaches, how far it goes, I know that my soul is moving in a way that feels more aligned. So with your purpose, just know that your soul is feeling that movement. And so make sure that you are speaking from a heart place because of comfort and knowing and security and exploration because they're listening. Okay, so that's the purpose energy. Whew. Now, in regards to career energy, right? I don't want to take up too much of y'all time. I'm just getting deep. In regards to your career energy, it could have been you could have been dealing with a lot of jobs that didn't see you for your worth, or did see you for your worth and used you, and things of that sort, or you just never really enjoyed that job, but it was a job that is a steady paycheck. Or it could be in a career field and you're not liking the way that it's structured, but you do like that field itself. You don't like the way it's set up, or um, the energy around it and how it's kind of centered. Like, you know, like I don't want to be synonymous with toxic behavior. Like, why is that a thing that feels like it's. So it's taking that in. And you wanting to not be in environments or situations like that anymore, just because it's tied to getting something financially. So you're really taking a look and seeing how you operate in a way that doesn't drain, um, kill, stifle, or demand so much of you that it's draining, suffocating all that energy. Because I release the addiction to anxiety, fear, and doubt. And that's why I said I feel like it's because of the finances. Like we know, sadly, at this moment in time, until we all decide to just truly, truly rebel as best as we can, which is just fucking doing it. Anyway, different conversation for a different day. But it's this addiction to recognizing, okay, I'm not just going to break my back. It reminds me of that story with the man that never, missed a day or whatever while he was working for Burger King. He was always helping people, covering for people, and all they gave him was a goodie bag full of like snacks. And it's like, you value this person that much, but this is all that you give them for working for you consistently and being the only person. So it's just like, I'm releasing that addiction to feel like, in order for me to receive some type of sort of stability in that way, and again, trust in, again, and ground and root yourself and trust in the settlement of your emotions and energy. So that way you can use that at a direct point. But recognizing I don't like this anxiety or fear or doubt that I feel. Because even then, my security that I'm feeling with this is not even secure. It is just a job, right? So that leads you to wanting something more, a happy accident. And what I'm saying by this is it could be a project that you were setting up or doing gets canceled. And that gives you the gateway to get more time to put yourself out there or to fill out different applications. It frees up time and it leads to a job that not only is picking up a project similar to that of yours or the same, but truly investing time, energy, and resources into it. Or I'm hearing you wake up late, or you hear something in the break room. It's like this happy accident, like, ooh, I could do with that. Or, ooh, I'm glad that happened. At the moment, it won't feel like that because of the ramped up emotions will be like, oh, okay, or your hours get cut, or it's things of that sort. And I'm not wishing that on people. Okay, baby, don't do that. We're not doing that here. Okay? Safe space and energy. But it's something that doesn't feel happy, but it isn't. It feels like accidental. Like, are they sure? Like, this isn't supposed to happen. Like, it doesn't make sense. But it's going to lead to something that pulls this energy out of you to want and deserve more, because I want more and I want it all back. So you're stepping into this energy of knowing, like, once I release me feeling like this can get my all and they got my all and they can take it out, like, no. I'm going to treat them the same way they treat me. It's kind of like when I go into interviews. I recently got complimented on how to do interviews more than once. But when I go into interviews, it's a recognition of I'm interviewing you too. I want to see how you truly act. I want to see how you answer questions. I want to see how you are actually invested in this. So it's taking that in because we also have community in silicone. So again, you're looking for something that is a true resource for you here. Okay? So With that being said, you're wanting more, you're noticing where you're not getting more, and you're wanting not only more, but you want all your power, your voice, your work back, your energy back, your time back. It's like Miranda quit off of This Is Us. He was like, "You sent me a fruit basket. I'm allergic. I'm leaving, and I'm heading out, and I'm taking my clients with me." Like, no, because this happy accident. Well, just like they didn't mean to send me that, but it's like, yes, they did. And this has really, truly opened my eyes. Ooh, Ashe, to how y'all truly operate and play. You knew that I was deserving of that shift, of that position, of that role, of that credit, and you decided not to give it to me. Or when I point out something happens and it pulls in there. So let me go ahead and wrap your reading because I'm getting really into it. Number one, I'm just good. Google when we get in there. So with your kind of your overall sense of energy, we have I'm created for my own creations. Again, what kind of work are you doing? Recognize that you are created for your own creations. Nobody, not even your parents that brought you into this world, can tell you what you are created or destined for. That is up to you, and you are able to create it and set that up. And we also got birds right under it. Now, birds is connected to this energy over here with relationships, but it also is under this energy of creation as well. So pay attention to birds. Pay attention to I'm hearing music of like flute, like pan flute type, or really like high pitched crystal bowl music as well, kind of like bird sounding. Um, the birds started tweeting like, "Yeah, I know that's right." Um, and then yeah, I'm hearing just higher understanding, higher perspective, and that there are the way that there are different birds and variations of what they eat, how they attack their prey, all those things. You are your own different variation. Now, what the birds leads into this bridge is the bridge card I called it. Take what resonates, hit dogs holler. Again, take what resonates, hit dogs will holler. And that leads straight into build your dream world up. This is letting me know, this is in regards to relationship, that somebody tried to make you take things or convince you or gaslight you or things of that sort, where it was just like they didn't really care. They just wanted to know, or they wanted to control or dictate or demean or demine with this build your world up and take what resonates. It's just like they were offended by your life being lived. And they didn't want that. They didn't like the way that you were doing it, how it was operating, how successful, whatever it is. But they weren't able, they took everything personally, possibly like everything personal. They made it about themselves, or they told them themselves like a hit dog hard, like this and that. So it's build your dream world up. And then like that you were actually able to be able to do that because they felt like they can do that within themselves. So they will try to stop you in lots of ways, whether that was throwing shade or salt in it in a conversation. Like, are you sure about that? Because you know how you do. And it's like not coming at your character and your dream, things of that sort, or trying to limit you like, my man, my woman, my person can't do that. You can't say that. You can't go talk to your friends no more. You can't. It's like something where it was trying to control, dictate, demean, can shift, sabotage, all that. Because we have, I know you and I want to get to know you more, but it's connected with block and remove that X now. It's somebody that just wants to know, to change, to shift, to move, to all that. They don't really want, they know you. It says, I know you and I want to get to know you more. But not for your benefit and their benefit of truly coming together, but for their benefit alone to use against you. Okay? So that has been your reading, Power One. Again, I didn't want to spend too much time, but yeah, block that person out. But that isn't your reading, Power One. I love you. Love yourselves more. Until next time. Alrighty, Pow 2. How are you? You're doing well. So, well, sorry, Power 1 went a little bit long. So, hopefully that is not set up for this, but we're going to get started with Pow 2 Spirit. go ahead and see what question you have. How to. A lot of topsy-turvy energy, but I do feel it is in the front. Spirit, can we get another more specific question? Because that one is not going to work. All right, thank you. We have 179. They tried to give us a different question that was like, maybe no. Actually, they're hilarious. It was, what do you watch foreign films? And if so, do you have a favorite? Which is hilarious. But we got, what have you ever needed to find yourself? And if so, are you still looking? Have you ever needed to find yourself? And if so, are you still looking? And that can be, like you're discovering, that transition, just to bring back to something we can all relate to, going from like that middle school to high school, energy of like, have I ever needed to find myself? We can all go back to kind of school of trying to figure out ourselves, and do we want to be in, or do we want to create our own, or do we want to, so even that being like kind of doing that as well, or as an adult and trying to figure out your voice and being vocal and open, and expressing that, or just in what you wear, trying to find yourself that way, or finding out, do I like to cook or do I not like to cook, or is it just I don't think whatever it is. It's a lot of ways to find and discover yourself. So think of it in a broad term of things. Yes, shadow work and things of that sort, but also think of it in that way as well. Okay. So let's see what we have. What spirit? That's hilarious. That's a good deck to use, actually. So let's go in regards to self-love. It's kind of giving that self-love energy. So we got the love deck here. Have you ever needed to find yourself? So this could also be in regards to that shadow work, though. Of really, truly doing it. Do you like seeing yourself? Do you like being around yourself? There's a moment in time I have to slowly, heal myself and looking in the mirror, Not even having to enjoy what I see, just looking at what I see. So, let's go ahead and get started for you. You can be discovering how to handle situations where you're pissed off, or even when you're sad, how to handle conversations. Let's take a look here. What's going on with their love energy for themselves in regards to their life as well. Your energy is calming. You may not feel that way right now, or you may, or you're like this cozy, calming energy is coming in. So I'm sending a lot of that your way as well. Yeah, just cracking my neck, really getting comfortable with yourself. And it fell on the floor. Oh, there's another card behind it. We'll look at that later. We got the Sun card coming in here. That Leo energy, solar plexus energy, knowing of self, being so assured that you're able to be vocal about it and express it, and know that you radiate your own light, your own energy, your own being, and no matter how different you are and feel and inquisitive and um, extremely exquisitely divine to be your own person and being, you also allow yourself to be aligned with people that are also the same way. And that also allow you to express that and do that because you are okay with yourself. And anybody that isn't okay with you, you're okay with that. So you're getting to know that. Yeah, we got Neptune energy. Look at that. Neptune coming in here, allowing for that true dive into self, that really true deep dive. I believe Neptune. Oh my gosh, let me just take a look at that. I don't even think the book in here tells it, but we'll double check. I was trying to remember the signs for them. I'm so sorry. Like sometimes remember I want to say it is Aries or Pisces or both. Yeah, but it doesn't tell in the book, which is quite stupidly dumb. But I believe, not just look it up. I'm so sorry. Like I tell you, the energy of it, I'm good at that. It's the Cancer in me. But getting down to the specifics, Sag rising me kind of struggling. Anyhow, anyway. But the Neptune energy, which I definitely believe is Pisces, I believe. Let me not get hung up on that. Thank you, Ashe. But I know that it is expanding for you. Okay, this is the whole point of not reading the cards, but reading the cards. And allowing yourself to grow in a way that feels more like you, even with this person having their chest out, like they're bold, their head is held high. They're okay with being seen and expressing themselves in that way. So, and I always like to say, you're always going to learn to discover yourself and things of that sort because you're always changing, you're always growing, you're always developing, even if we think about it in a physical sense, about how our body moves and how it operates. And they're like, hey, if you don't stretch in the morning, once you get like 35, you're going to wish you was stretching when you was 30 and 25. It's because our body is changing. So you're always at a point of being in an ever curious relationship with self, discovering self, and being like, oh shit, my body never did that before. I did not know it can make that noise. Or, ooh, I guess we can't eat that now. Or, no, I will not be going around them anymore. I will keep my distance. What, that job ain't for me. I think I'm going to switch up career. It's really recognizing and listening to your body and calming your mind and satisfying your soul. And this all sounds very smooth and going with the flow, but it really is true and operational because the card that you have in the middle is teamwork, whether that be divine, whether that be the family, the friends you got along the way. But it's a teamwork coming together to allow yourself to truly acknowledge who you are, right? We also have respect boundaries. That's also coming over here under the sun. Again, the more that you are yourself, the more you allow people to be themselves. And even when you don't feel aligned with people, you still allow yourself to respect your own boundaries. Be like, I don't need to deal with that. Just to prove that I can be welcoming and loving and caring of people, I'm just not aligned. Some people, you just be like, I don't know what it is, but I'm just not a fan of them. There's nothing wrong with them, you know? And so I'm saying that we got bad timing coming out in reverse. Yeah, so it could just be again, and that's right under Neptune. And Neptune, again, is leading into that growth, that knowing, that sureness of self, and along with that expansion. It's not that big of a planet, but it's big enough to allow you to recognize that as well. Okay? Yeah, we got overcoming challenges. So it could be in regards to a relationship here for you, in that aspect that it isn't the right time, that you're trying to overcome something that right now needs to be left alone, um, something that needs to just be put down because right now you have to work on yourself. And if teamwork is in the middle and it is upright, it means there's an imbalance of how you guys are coming together in the first place, right? Yeah, we're like chilling, relaxing, and somebody come in hot. Now it's got you hot, right? It's like, oh shit, okay, this how we coming. Let me go ahead and so it comes in. It's a lot harder to overcome those challenges, or somebody's coming in, accusing someone. And it's like, hold on, we ain't gonna overcome it because now I'm gotten my defenses up. I have this energy up of having to prove myself. And I don't feel like I need to prove myself. Because, so it's that energy of really recognizing how is the teamwork coming together because it is upright. But right now, it's an understanding that something is not aligned. So respect the boundaries and recognize that people will be them and you will be you, and sometimes it's growing apart, and sometimes it's having those conversations and recognizing how to operate and move. Because we also have lessons learned. It's kind of like in between teamwork and respect boundaries. Again, getting to know another person, understand them, and recognize maybe now is not the right time. But if it is in the future, and it could just be that this person is not the right time, but the type of energy, you know, that you're looking for could be found in someone else. So it's just bad timing for the energy that you're looking for that you possibly once did find in this person. Okay, final messages. Yeah, yeah. That was dope. We're not gonna take all these. Okay. We got amazing sex coming on here, and it's coming right on top of overcoming challenges, bad timing. Don't get distracted, because if you can't overcome a challenge and it's always seems to be bad timing, can't line up, but only thing that's good is the sex, like if that's all that you want, sure, fine. But learn a lesson, because there's boundaries being crossed by you doing this. So just keep that aware that there's boundaries being crossed. And in order to respect those boundaries in yourself, recognize that you can also get this energy. Like I said, if you want just that energy, you can get it from somebody where you don't always feel like you have to overcome something, or where you can't currently overcome something continuously because it's not the right time. And it's definitely not the right time. These are the final three cards. We got someone new, we got options, and we got trust. So again, once you recognize that you can get that external love somewhere else because of how you love yourself and operate in the world, trust that. Trust that options are coming in. There's going to be someone new that's going to give you that energy of that, but also doesn't feel like it's bad timing. You know, you kept opening the oven. Oh, I cannot wait to bake later. You kept opening the oven before things were done, right? So get to know yourself again and discover that, okay? Righty. That has been your reading. How to love you, love yourselves more. Until next time. Righty, pile 3. This is for you. It's funny because I started to kind of shuffle the book before we even got on here. So this is letting me know you got a little eager. So I love that. So let's go ahead and see what you have for pile 3, Spirit. What question? Mm. Alrighty. We have 73. What inspires your ideas? Okay. What inspires your ideas? Ideas. What inspires your ideas? So this can be in regards to what inspires your dreams, what inspires your passion, what inspires you to wake up every day, what inspires you to choose the career that you chose, the what inspires you the most to be, to know, to understand, right? I remember I got asked on an interview, and it was like, what inspires you to do a good job? You know, it's kind of the big, but what inspires you? And I was like, my name. Because everything that I do and don't do and set up and complete and put out there and show and exhibit is my name. They're gonna be like, oh, Latisse did this, Latisse said that, Latisse set this up, Latisse. So if my name is also what holds my energy, and what I put out there is my reputation. It's how people know me. It's going to inspire me to uphold my name to a high standard, to a high energy. So that way when people speak about me and it isn't truthful, it isn't real or whatever, it's going to show, because my actions and who I truly am is always on the forefront. You know, I didn't say all that time, but I said something similar to that for the circumstance. But it's again what inspires you to actively live your life and put yourself out there, to be you, to set this up, to love this person, even. Because I feel like sometimes you have to be inspired within self and in your life to love others, whether that be romantically, platonically, familiarly, again, your job, your career, your standing, your passion, your hobbies, right? So let's go ahead and take it in. What inspires you the most? Let's see what inspiration and where it is taking you. Not the goddamn rubber band fell off. What the hell? There you go. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's get into your inspirations. Am I feeling this deck? Your inspiration. Alrighty. Spirit, what do you have for pile 3? Regards to inspiration, desires, goals, dreams. Wow. Thank you. I feel like I'm hearing I want to create, say, something I'm grateful for. I want to lead with something that feels honorable, that feels grand. I want to create something I feel honored, with to have flow through me. You do got gratitude coming in here, but it also feels like it's like I want to create truth. I'm led by truth. You got the full moon in the focus card, and the focus card is like pointing at the full moon, right? And then the gratitude card comes right under the focus card, which leads right into the death card. So it's like I want to lead with truth. And I'm hearing I want, anytime somebody meets me, something in them dies. And it may sound crazy to people that aren't spiritual, but it's like I want something inside of them to die that is no longer working, that is no longer aligned, that is holding them back, that is restricting them, that is a small mindset, that is self-loathing, whatever it is. I want something inside of them to die. And it's not something that you like even have to like, let me lay hands on you, let me pray for you inside energy, but it's essentially you being a walking truth. So when you created that short story and put it up, you wanted it to have that truth. You wanted to have that knowing, that understanding. When you wrote that book, or you decided to enter this contest, you speak spoken word or things like these are just mentioned. I'm getting. You wanted the truth to resonate. When you decided to dance and move your body, you wanted the truth. You wanted something in people to shift and change. The way you sing, the way that you cook, the way that you wear your clothes, the car that you get in, how you up, whatever I say it is. It's like this focus that you have because it's led by the energy of gratitude, of understanding, of upset, of accepting and releasing at the same time, of this balance of really truly being in a meditative mind state with action, with movement, with fire, and with this being the flame, and this also being the full moon, a lot of illumination. What inspires you? What is that flame being lit, and how is it being continuously um, blown into and fed? And so you're doing it out of truth. That is what's leading you. It's truth. Is you want people, you like what are those little videos where like I'm reading that certain kind of, I'm going to tell you about the dystopianism of the world and how we are all living under capitalism society to the function that people don't like. It's like that energy, you bring it, is because your focus is always on the truth. You know that ignorance is bliss, but peacefulness, gratefulness comes from knowing, comes from understanding, comes from speaking on that. And so anything that you do, you want it to be led with truth, even if it's a corporate job. I say you always come with something where it's like, actually, can we talk about this? Because I know as a team, we're struggling. Like, you're okay with bringing that up. Like, okay, like if we're truly doing this at the company all hands type meeting, you're like, actually, a lot of our customers have been saying. So you are always like, I'm speaking with the truth, right? And then allows for a certain type of protection because the light is blinding to a lot of people. that don't like the truth, that are okay with the shadows. And it's like, why are you casting? I like being hidden in the shadows, but it's like, in order to have a shadow, you need light. No, we're just darkness. We have messages coming in, and that's right in the middle of this energy. So you are very intuitively connected with the divine, with nature, with spirit, with God. You're able to get messages very clearly. You can get channeled messages, or you can be very prophetic, psychic dreams, just visions, very strong senses. It's almost like a passed down energy from ancestors that's within you. So very hyper connected with that energy as well. And your final messages, that card spun out. We have boundaries coming in here. Yes, 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 yes. And that's coming right on top of the full moon and the death. Again, you push something in people that they are trying to hide and they are trying to restrict. And it's just literally like you being you. Like I said, it could be the way that you dress, the way that you cook, who you are, you just speaking and letting the things be known, right? I remember I was talking to someone, I don't remember who it was, and I was like, you ever somebody lied to somebody else, right? And you don't know that they lied to that person. So that person comes to you and asks you something similar or around it, and you tell the truth, and that brings insightfulness to them. The person that lied finds out that you told the truth, and they come to you like, why would you do that? Like, I was trying to, set this up or do this or, maneuver something. I'm like, I just told the truth. If I was supposed to know that I wasn't supposed to tell the truth, then maybe you shouldn't be out here just willingly telling lies, you know. But it's that energy of you being like, no, and then somebody finding out, and they're like, now I got to do this and set this up. Was like, yes, now you have to deal with the truth. You only want to deal with the lie, and you don't go for those type of pleasantries. Final card, yes, grounded. Grounded, and that is right on top of the focus in the gratitude. Like I said, when you are going after those things or saying those things, it's just who you are because of who you are internally. That gratefulness, that understanding that, okay, something maybe isn't lining up because you're inquisitive and knowing, and so it's rooted in something more than self. It's rooted in the ground of the ocean. So you're able to have emotional understanding and empathy and capabilities, but it's rooted in a sense of like, okay, we're not going to allow you to just continuously do things because you got pushed in fifth grade. Like, you are 28. Let's go ahead and work through that if it's really that hurting. So that way, it's grounded in that logic, but understanding why that could resonate in a way now. It's that balance. So that has been your reading, pile number 3. Love you. Love yourselves more. Until next time.